Hi everyone, and welcome to the Noona's Noonchi Deep Dive, being introspective with K-dramas from a mental health perspective. We're looking at relationships for the month of February, and this time I want to look at friendship through the fabulous K-drama, My Mister. It's one of my ultimate favorites. In fact, I watch it to cheer me up. I'll talk more about what that looks like through the eyes of friendship. But last week I talked about family, right? And looking at it in an unconventional way, because sometimes we have a certain image of what family looks like and people get stuck on that, and that's not necessarily good for our mental health. Same thing with friendship. I believe that friendship can come in many different forms, well, people obviously, but in many different ways, in many different avenues. Let me explain. My Mister portrayed an unconventional friendship. In some eyes, society would frown upon it. You're talking a middle-aged man, married man with a child, and then a 20-some-year-old girl. So yes, unconventional indeed, and some say stigmatized, right? And actually I heard that, My Mister got some flack because of that. But when you watch it, it's beautifully done. And that's super important. That's what I'm going to point out. I'm not going to talk about the fact that I want you, if you're a 20-something-year-old, go find a middle-aged friendship like My Mister. No, that's not what I'm saying necessarily. But I'm saying look at the symbolism of this friendship, aka the jeong. Oh, jeong again, that fondness and attachment, just the emotional attachment and connection these two people had for each other, and a fondness like no other. And the reason why it's so unconventional is because it's first of all, there's unconventional across all counts. Friendship from work, right? Definitely he's a superior. I don't think she directly reported to him, but still work related, colleague, boss. A middle-aged man, mid-20s girl, okay, single girl, married man, and then many parts of it just were unconventional in general. And for Korea's sake, yeah, it's a big deal. But let me tell you how wonderful this friendship is and how I want you to find something like this in your life for your social well-being. Episode 12, did you see it for a second? I was like, speechless. Episode 12, Jeong has to testify. It's a very complicated story. I'm not going to really go into that because I want you to watch it. And if you haven't, please do. But if you have, you know what I'm talking about. She had to testify in front of some people who were trying to get rid of Park Dong-hoon, the main guy, because of things that surrounded her, right? And just thinking that he was unfit for what he was doing at work and all the stuff surrounding their relationship, the speculation, right? And optically speaking, the optics surrounding the relationship, not good. Yes, indeed. But she says something so critically beautiful in episode 12 at the end, and then they repeat it in episode 13. Let me tell you, I'll do the best I can. But she's saying what he meant to her. And she admitted a crush, but in this, if you guys watch this, you would know the crush was not like this, the typical crush, right? She liked him, and really loved him as a person because she found out what great of a person he is. The kindness he bestowed to her changed her life. The friendship when she really had nobody, and actually vice versa. He actually tells her later on, you saved me too. And that's super important because she didn't really think she was much of anything. And in episode 12 at the end, when she's talking on behalf, very bravely done. It's correct. I mean, think about it. To explain to a bunch of people, executives, your relationship with this guy to save his career and not really care so much about herself, right? She shared, no one really asked me to a team dinner. It was a team dinner and he asked her, do you want to join? That's very important. Big part of the culture to join a team dinner. No one really bothered with her before. So he was the first person to do that. And then secondly, she shares in all her times with him, spending time with him, he made her want to be a better person and she felt better about herself. And then she translated it, and this is what I look at, behavior of how she wanted to do good at work for the first time. Okay, do you see that 3-step? Basically being included in something in part of a community, okay? I'm getting somewhere. 2, how he made her feel, or how someone makes you feel, which is, wow, I feel like I could be a good person. I can amount to something. I have potential. And then 3, translating it into behavior, going, you know what? I am a good person, so I'm going to show how good I am. I really care about work. I want to do good work. I want to do good work for this company that this person's at and that she worked at. That's a 3-step process of what I say is fabulous friendship, wonderful friendship that you can really model in your own life from my Mr. So that said, unconventionally speaking, are you being too conventional of finding the friends in the certain places that you're supposed to find them in, that society says? Yes, I get it. Again, I'm not asking you to go unconventional, all out, and find these friends from everywhere under the rock. That's not what I'm saying. Don't take me literally. But I'm saying, we're talking about your mental health, your emotional well-being, psychological well-being, and social well-being. What's best for you may not be conventional. When people are like, how come you're not friends? We're friends with their parents. You know what I'm talking about, right? Childhood friends. Or maybe the childhood friendship that you had broke up. It happens. Friendships can break up. Sometimes you outgrow friendships. Sometimes you have friends coming into your life later in life and they impact you so much. They become your besties and you could be 50, 60, 70 years old. So let's not look at it in a conventional way. But that said, are you craving that? What does that look like for you? Find it. It is so important now more than ever. But generally speaking, feeling isolated could lead you down this dark hole. And when you're going through a difficult time, doesn't it feel good when you have somebody, all you need is really one person, a friend who makes you feel better, but not just makes you feel better, like cheer you up, like fighting, like that she did. No, makes you feel good about who you are. That is the critical part here. And then when you feel good about yourself, you believe in yourself more because of somebody else, and then you translate that into behavior. I'm always looking at behavior that changes your life, the change, that change that you want to see happen. Who is that for you? Think about it, take a moment. And maybe you think, oh, this conventional friendship comes up, but it really hasn't done much for me. In fact, it's been toxic, Jeannie. Then I go, oh, then take that notion out and go, but unconventional, yeah, this person I didn't expect, a person I'd never met in the pandemic. We're virtual friends. Don't underestimate those friends. You might meet them in person someday or in real life, IRL, but they could be that fond friendship, fabulous friendship, uplifting friendship, feel-good friendship for you, like Pak Tong-eun to Lee Ji-yeon in My Mister. That relationship was beautiful. Again, unconventional, but they saved each other, and you do see her shift and change. She's the transformation I really want to talk about because she shares it in episode 12. It's like that climax of bam! He made me realize I am a good person. I could amount to something. I could do something with my life. And all of a sudden I realized I do care about my work. I want to do a good job for this company. And then the fondness, the jeong that she felt, not just for him, for the company. That's how powerful a friendship can translate. That company means so much to her. And she even shared at the end, she would look at that fondly. They all looked at that company fondly. This is a spoiler alert, but they leave the company, move on in their life. But that fondness remains. That's also the friendship I want you to find. Feel-good friends are not just about somebody who makes you feel good. It second translates to you feel good about yourself. This person believes in whatever skill you have, or you just feel good as a person, and all of a sudden you want to do good. That's what I mean by the 3-step friendship process that I think is very beneficial for your mental health. So that's the call to action, folks. Friendship, unconventional friendship, look for it actually. Maybe it's right in front of you and you ignored it. We tend to do that actually. We're like, but this person should technically be my friend. It makes sense. Have you ever heard that? It makes sense. But if it doesn't make sense when it comes to your well-being, that's okay. Nothing's linear. I say that all the time. People can't define a friendship based on what makes sense. If we said that, oh my gosh, I don't know, this world would be a different place. What makes sense? Making sense of emotions when it shouldn't make sense or make sense? No, let's not go there. Making sense of your emotions at the time that's right. In My Mister, be Ji-yeon right now. You're testifying in front of all these people for the sake of someone else's career and yourself. But you don't care about yourself all of a sudden. You're like, you know what? No, this person asked me to a team dinner. No one's ever done that. No one's ever made an effort. And then all of a sudden, I felt differently about myself. I realized I do have something going in my life. Me. What can I do in my life? And then all of a sudden, I want to do good for this company. And that's what it translates into, this friendship. Also, jeong. Jeong, again, that emotional attachment, affinity, a Korean concept that's so powerful, that's hard to describe, but that is part of this here as well. And then she has jeong for the company. Look at that impact. That's what I mean. Do you have jeong for your company? To have that translates to a powerful friendship that we laid out here, that I'm laying out for you right now, Pak Tong-eun, Lee Ji-yeon. Thanks for watching Noona's Noonchi Deep Dive. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to get notified of new videos to come.